Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside Brett Pritchard. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments and talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics, as we've been talking about all week, pointing toward the Iron Bowl, which will take place this Saturday. Auburn and Alabama getting together. What is this, the 84th time, I believe, maybe? 84th Iron Bowl, been around for a while. Alabama with a 10-game edge in that series, due mainly to that 9-year run in the 70s. Pretty much in the 60s and 70s, they kind of dominated that series. I went back and looked, and just happened to looking kind of through it. I think I believe from 1959 to 1981. You think we're in a bad stretch now? 4-19, I believe, in that stretch.
We're getting.
Now, I mean, we're not good now. I mean, it's 3 and 8?
Yeah, 8 out of the last 11 for
8 out of the last,
for Alabama.
So 3 and 8 in the last 11. It's not a good stretch, but 4-19. That was a
you look at what Auburn did in the 2000s. I mean, we owned that decade.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Auburn has a winning edge since '89.
Yeah.
Since they moved home and home.
So overall, since, like you said, the '89, since you've kind of gotten out of Legion Field, they've had their stretches, we've had our stretches.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been an even deal. But here late, since Nick Saban arrived on the scene back in '07, the world has been different for a lot of people in the SEC. It hadn't been as bad for us as it has been 99% of everybody else, because outside of a 2-game winning streak there by Ole Miss, teams have not been able. I mean, Texas A&M beat him with Johnny Manziel.
If Gus Malzahn were to win, he'd be the only coach in America that has 3 wins against Nick Saban.
Pretty high cotton there, yeah, to be standing in. So I mean, but that's. That's what's on the table, and we've analyzed this thing to death, just like most everybody has, about Gus Malzahn's positive attributes and his negative attributes. But at the end of the day, most fans, all they care about is it a W or an L, and
right.
How often do you win? And unfortunately, against the big three, we haven't won as much as we've lost. So. Can you turn that around? This is year 7 for Gus Malzahn. Dabo Swinney really started to hit his stride at Clemson in this year. If you look at his record, the first 6 years at Clemson, it was a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. It was an up and down deal for him. So can Gus Malzahn be at the point where he's about to take off to the next level? We'll see.
We'll see. We've been talking about this game all week long. We'll continue to talk about it today as well. We'll look back on some of the things that Gus Malzahn had to say. It is Wednesday. We like to do a little quoting Gus Malzahn on Wednesdays. But the Iron Bowl, if you got a prediction, we're not going to be with you tomorrow, obviously. We're going to take tomorrow off, but we will be back with you on Friday. So be sure to join us then. But, to kind of preview that day, that game going into it on Friday. But a lot to talk about today. If you got a prediction you want to make,
glad they're not
Auburn,
playing the game on Friday anymore.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's back to Saturday.
Yeah, oh yeah, me too. So. Never liked it when it was on Thanksgiving. Never liked it when
neither one. I don't. No.
But anyway, So if you got a favorite Iron Bowl memory you'd like to share with us, by all means, dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page. That's Sports with a Z, and comment away. We'll talk about the Iron Bowl, and we'll get to that, but. We got to start the show again with yet another impressive performance by this Auburn basketball team up in Brooklyn, New York. They take on the Richmond Spiders. Now, the Richmond, that's not a household name per se, but this is a good basketball team. They were 5-0 coming into this game. They were one of the highest scoring teams in the country. And Auburn is behind by 1 at the half. Not really playing the ball well, not really playing all that well in the first half. They threw the ball away a good bit. The shots were not falling, but they hung around and then just kind of took control as they've been doing in the second half. And Auburn goes on to win, 79-65. You can just see this Auburn team gaining confidence each and every game.
I said it yesterday after the first win up there against New Mexico. Felt like we didn't play real well in the first half. Didn't play well again in this first half. We were down a point, but against New Mexico, I didn't feel like we'd played well at all when we were up 11. I told Braden, I said, man, that's when you know you got a doggone good basketball team. It's when you don't feel like you've played anywhere near your best basketball and you're still winning by 11. And, before the end of the night, you look up here, and we had a 22-point lead at one point in time. They hit some shots right there at the end to kind of close the gap a little bit. But, again, a runaway win for a team that still has a lot of things they can work on. Now, the free throw shooting was a lot better, and it really saved us in the first half. That's the ironic thing, is that we didn't have a field goal. We were on the board. I think we had 5 points. They had 9, and all 5 of ours had come from the free throw line. So a lot better than 40% free throw shooting in this game. We shot over 70% in this, and that was good to see. I was really starting to get frustrated from a fan perspective of going, man, Lord, you're leaving so many points out there when you can't hit free throws. And that was the case in the first half. Bruce Pearl and the coach for Richmond had their, I guess, reasons to be disappointed in how their teams played in the first half, because Richmond had a chance to maybe have a bigger lead, and Auburn had a chance to maybe have had the lead too because of the free throw shooting. So it's just fun to watch, and it's fun to see Samir Dowdy taking over this team. He's taking ownership.
Clearly.
He's taking ownership of this team. He, somebody always emerges. Last year it was Jared Harper / Bryce Brown. This year there's no doubt who the leader is, and I'm going to tell you who, for all the grief we've given him, Austin Wiley, the last 2 games, man, if you start getting this kind of performance, I don't know if you saw that tweet somebody put out, that meme of that guy when he turns around and he kind of smiles, and it says, Austin Wiley, when he finally figured out he's the biggest and strongest guy on the floor. And it's like all of a sudden it's clicked for him. And I hope he can continue to play like this, but it's like, man, I am the best guy maybe out here. I can play to this level. We saw it happen with Okeke last year.
It looks like, they've made some adjustments. Randy and I talked about that at the beginning of the year. He did not have the best hands. And maybe he still doesn't have the best hands. How can you kind of help him with that? It looks like they're getting in the ball high.
They're getting it high.
They're not getting in the ball low, so they're made a concerted effort to do that. He's getting some better entry passes. He's getting better position.
He looks so much better.
And he just looks more comfortable.
He does.
But he's in, oh my goodness, he's in so much better shape this year. I mean, you can just tell he is a man.
Randy and I talked about this yesterday too. It's a point I don't want to forget, so I want to bring it up right now. The reason I think teams, and the announcer last night said it, and we talked about it yesterday on the show, I think that teams are just totally worn out at the end of the game is why Auburn's able to extend and run away from a lot of teams. Not every team, but a lot of teams, because, this Richmond team gave great effort. I'm glad we were down a point, to be honest, because we needed to be challenged. And I thought, okay, here's a chance away from home to see how we respond to a team that's really giving it to us right now as far as the back and forth and being able to hit some shots. But our defense suffocated their 2 really good guards. That they have to have good guard play. They averaged 17, 18 points each per game. I think
3 guys that averaged 18.
They did, and really just shut those guys down. And then the defensive intensity, and the announcer said it last night, he's like, man, Auburn just, the way they play defense for 40 minutes just wears team. I mean, every single shot is challenged. Yep. Nothing is easy for opposing teams.
And you're getting quality minutes now out of Jamal Johnson.
Man,
you're
he looks good.
Getting quality minutes out of Alan Flanagan, who's all of a sudden starting to play a little bit more. Devin Cambridge, he didn't have a good game this game, but
But when you got that kind of depth, it can be somebody different every night.
Absolutely.
You know, McLemore's had some good games, and last night only 2 points. You don't have to rely on the same guy to come out and have a great game every single time to have a chance to win. And that's what Auburn basketball used to be. You had one decent player, and if that guy didn't score 30 points, you didn't have a chance to win. If he had an off night and scored 18, you getting beat. Yeah. Now, Anthony McLemore may give you 15 one night, he may score 2 the next, and you're still winning by 15 points.
Well, if Austin Wiley, continues to play as well as he has and continues to stay healthy, if he's giving you 15 and 10 a night,
whoa,
then it changes what this team can be.
Dowdy said he thinks it's this team early. I know it's early, but he says I think we can.
Who said this?
Dowdy last night. We'll make another run at this thing. To be honest with you, you can definitely see this team as is right now, if they continue to get better, being a second weekend team in the NCAA tournament because of the way they play and the defensive intensity and the amount of guys that contribute out here. There's no reason to not think that after looking and seeing how the other SEC teams have gotten off to the start they've gotten off to.
Exactly. And, you look around the country, great teams are struggling with a lot of teams that you wouldn't think. So, going out and beating these teams and beating them convincingly like they are, and there's some good teams left on the schedule. NC State's playing well. They're coming to Auburn in a couple of weeks.
Wouldn't you rather Dowdy say that last night than say, well, I don't know, we're still – and he did. He said, look, we still a work in progress and all that. But I like the confidence from that guy. You need a team leader.
You've got to believe you can do it before you can do it.
Right.
So, it's just a lot of fun to watch. This team's a lot of fun to watch. Really looking forward to seeing what they can do this year. Up against our first break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Now available for the first time since 2005. Take to the road like you own the company or like you work for it.
With Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event going on at Bice Motors. Save up to $7,435 on 2019 Jeep Renegade, Compass, and Grand Cherokee. Save up to $12,000 on 2019 Ram trucks in stock.
This Black Friday is going to be big.
Shop now during the Black Friday sales event at Bice Motors in Alex City.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
Hidley Towers is an affordable senior citizen community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East, where spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living, where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more about Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552, where your family at Hidley Towers. That's 256-329-0552.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare goes through WOTM this Friday for the Class 6A South semifinal. The Opelika Bulldogs traveling to Spanish Fort to take on the Toros. And stay with WOTM December 4th at 7 p.m. for live coverage of the 7A State Championship game with defending champion Central Phoenix City in a rematch with the Thompson Warriors. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA Super 7.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Alex City Marine's located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, and the Yerkes invite you by to see what they have available today. The 2020 Manitous and Landaus are in, and boy, are they gorgeous. Also, some great deals on demos. Take advantage of that while they last. Alex City Marine also is doing shrink wrapping, storage. Get in line now. In fact, call this number, 256-215-FISH. Alex City Marine, Alex City.
The Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales in Opelika has the largest selection of prestige cars, trucks, and SUVs in Central and East Alabama, all with financing available, little to no money down, and extended warranties. Get pre-qualified in under 2 minutes, online or from your mobile device at GillsPrestigeOnline.com. It's the Prestige Selection at Gill's Auto Sales, 1430 Gateway Drive in Opelika.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 45 more minutes in today's show, talking about this Auburn basketball team, moving on, talking about the Iron Bowl a little bit. But to some of your comments, Patrick says we haven't even played a complete game yet as far as basketball is concerned. That's true. I mean, basketball games are a little bit different than football games because they're so fast moving. The pace of it moves along so much. But Auburn, like you say, I mean, everything, they didn't shoot the ball from three very well in this game. If that happens and you start shooting from the free throw line, because Auburn's getting to the free throw line so much more often than their opponent, that's where if they actually start hitting some of those and taking advantage of that, it'll help them even more.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to, you know that you can win a game, other ways, not just having to come out there and light it up from three.
2 of 18, Richmond was. And this is one of the better shooting three teams in the country.
They are. One of the better shooting teams.
That?
Patrick had some more comments on here talking about showing, glad Wiley finally being a little dominant, not putting the ball on the floor in the paint. McLemore defense, that's going to be solid every night out there. And then, of course, Mark comes in and says Flanagan and Johnson are really good. Jamie said Wiley does not play like a 10-year-old anymore. Last two has started going straight to the basket, no bounce. Everybody's kind of got the same comments. Steven says Wiley's made a big change, and it's for the better. It's nothing but positive for Auburn that Wiley's coming on.
How about this? Auburn never been 7-0 under Bruce Pearl.
So you just ruined it.
Well, I went that. Who's our next opponent? Well, it's kind of like Anders Carlson ain't been the same since he missed that extra point against Arkansas. But anyway, hopefully not. Yeah, Furman at 5-1. You can just go ahead and count that as the first loss on the. No, but seriously,
I've jinxed them.
Yeah, that's on December the 5th. So a little bit of a break there for Auburn basketball. I want to slide over and start talking about this football game on Saturday, 3.5-point favorite for Alabama. A lot of people talking about what was said by Matt Austin on Paul Feinbaum's show the other day. If you don't know who Matt Austin is, he was the head official in the Kick Six game and one of the SEC football
retired now.
They're retired guys on the ESPN, kind of the analyst on there when they go to ask about certain calls.
And to be honest, I always thought he was a pretty good referee. I always thought he did a good job.
I do too. And I don't know that he realizes what he says.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure he was just trying
he's just trying to. He's
just being honest.
And look, I can see it from both perspectives because Alabama was undefeated in that game. And that play was so crazy. And Chris Davis was close to run out of bounds. And things happen bang, bang. And, you know, you look back at things and you go, and I can imagine being in that van, sprinting out of that stadium, on the way to the airport, being escorted out going, man, what just happened in there? And trying to regain your thoughts and all. But Matt Austin said on the Feinbaum show he recalls leaving Jordan-Hare after the kick six, scared to death, in quotes, that they messed something up, they, the refereeing crew, for Alabama and cost the SEC a championship. Said his first thought was, oh no, did we get this call right? Did we just cost Alabama a shot at a national title? And then some people on here just going to town saying it's amazing they admit they even were thinking about what was best for Alabama. And number two, it's amazing they admit that they were even thinking about what was best for the conference. Well, I think it's kind of a given that the SEC officials know going into a game what's on the line. Okay, they know what was on the line. They know the SEC West was up for grabs, who was going to represent the conference in the SEC championship game, but that's part of it. Did Auburn not go on to play for a national championship that year?
I believe.
Did I recall? I mean, okay.
It was to Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, it was who was going to. So, but why would he say that? Why would he quote? I'm scared that. What about did we do something and mess something up? And I'm not saying that he wouldn't have said the same thing for Auburn. If that would have been Alabama returning a kick like that, I mean, he may have easily said, "Look, I've been a little bit nervous about what happened because it happened so fast." I think that's what he was saying, Andy. Yeah. I'm not sitting here trying to crucify the guy, but there's a lot of people that have read this and heard this and go, "Man, what in the really?"
And Alabama's going for 3 in a row. Had won it in 11, had won it in 12.
I know.
So I mean, that obviously they were they are. I mean, that they are the class of the SEC. So I guess, I mean, like you said, I mean, in the middle of the heat of the moment, I can understand that, but I think it's just telling, and it gives credence to all those people out there that, after every call, all this questionable call, they go, well, I mean, is it not in their back of their mind to say, Alabama, it'd be better if Alabama won this game?
Well, and look, this year may be as bad as any I can remember about complaints about officials. And it isn't just one team. It's multiple games every week. And we saw how big the calls were in the South Carolina-Florida game. You don't know how that can change a season for a team. We saw the blatant holds against LSU had against Auburn's defensive line. It was so bad, people were circling holds and posting pictures all over the place. The Georgia calls this past weekend against Missouri, just pulling somebody's face mask. I mean, not Missouri, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Obvious blatant stuff in the middle of plain sight that just goes uncalled and stuff like that. And it's been something like that every single. Florida got hosed by the officials, against Georgia in the pass that was not a catch and that was ruled a catch. I mean, there's just a slew, Andy, of calls this year that have been atrocious.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
And they've gone to review and
still been upheld.
And been upheld or reversed when they shouldn't have been. So, I mean, it's just like nobody's on the same page, it seems like. Either if they all want to come out and say, look, we're trying to dial back on all the holding calls because they want to speed the game up, that's fine. But come out and say it. Just don't do it sometimes and sometimes not.
That's right.
Up against another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
At Mortgage Pro, we won't be able to finance a new car or new boat. We can't open you a checking account. Mortgage Pro specializes in mortgage loans. If you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, the only way to go is Mortgage Pro. We can close in 15 days or less. We can offer the best rates in the mortgage industry, and we can waive appraisal fees on any new loan from September 1st until December 31st. Call Mortgage Pro today.
So, you may not know it, but you've seen our work everywhere. For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's premier option for all your sign needs. Custom signs for your business, club, or organization, wraps and decals for your vehicle or boat, full-color banners for your big sale, or a photo collage on canvas for grandma, all with fast, friendly, prompt service. Check out our website at signsourcenow.com, 888-533-6758. Go straight to the source. SignSource.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
I am Lisa McClendon from Country Financial, and I have spent years in our community helping people protect their homes, cars, and lives. I am proud to be a member of the 2018 National Championship Team and a National Advisory Council member for Country Financial. Complete financial security does not end with just insurance. I am also here to help you plan for your financial future.
Together, we can help you set up a step-by-step plan to reach financial security.
Let's talk soon.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace, smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for only about 30 more minutes in today's show. Donald says it's sad because even if we beat Alabama this weekend, I'm still hoping Gus departs from the Auburn program. Sorry, just thinking out loud.
Well, you brought up a stat right out of the gate that's going to make that impossible to happen. If he beats Alabama and Auburn finishes 9-3 on the regular season, you can just bury all that stuff, and you need to bury all that stuff. And that's my opinion on that, because this was a tough schedule going in. Look, I've been the very one sitting over here going, I know he's 5-16, or 6-16, or whatever it is. It's pitiful.
Yeah.
I mean, save one.
5-16.
No, it's 5-16.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look good. And I know it PEOs people to death to talk about it, Auburn fans. But at the end of the day, how can you? Auburn would get crucified even more than they do nationally if they go in there and fire a guy after winning the Iron Bowl and then being the only coach to beat Nick Saban 3 times. You're just not going to be able to do that.
I mean, I thought about this this morning when I was thinking about what we were going to kind of discuss, and Are we at the point now where we just expect too much of like a freshman quarterback? Because you look at Bo Nix's numbers, and he's set records.
Isn't he ready to break Peyton Manning's?
He's going to break all these. Auburn records for sure.
You know, he's something with Peyton Manning's freshman record or something.
True freshman quarterbacks usually just don't do this. And
and to go on the road in some of the places he's
and
played.
We're 8-3.
I know, and taking a step back, it's like, man, what are y'all talking about? It's all the stuff that's built up to this.
It's a cumulative thing.
It's a cumulative. Yeah. That's exactly right, Andy. I think you said it better than anybody said it. It's a cumulative thing that people are frustrated with, not necessarily this season. We knew this season was going to be tough with all the things together, the schedule, a freshman quarterback, some uncertainties there. We knew the defense was going to be good, and they've played, I think, better than even people could have imagined they would play. They're a solid defense, and we played some unbelievably tough teams. But, if Auburn wins this game, however they win, if it's 12-10 or 9-3 or 27-21, whatever it is, Gus Malzahn's not going anywhere. And I don't know that you should want him to, because stability in college football is worth its weight in gold. And save whatever, the past in the past or whatever, 8-4s and 7-5s are disappointings, and Birmingham Bowl trips are embarrassing. But, again, I'll go back to my Dabo Swinney comment. Dabo Swinney, year 7 is really where he started to take off as Clemson's coach.
Sad as it will be.
And he's in a tougher conference, too, by the way.
Yeah, no doubt. This game will decide, when you look back on this season, if Auburn wins the game, goes 9-3, and, goes to a bowl game, who knows what happened in a bowl game. But it's going to have a big impact, because it's just kind of natural. Human nature is.
Don't go extending contracts though.
But no. You don't overreact to it.
Yes, sir.
But certainly.
But Auburn has a tendency to do that.
They do. But again, Bo Nix, when people have been frustrated with him, but I think we've just gotten to the point now where we just expect a guy, true freshman, 18-year-old, to walk out of high school and just be all world. And he actually has been really good. He hasn't been up to par on 3 games on the road. And I got some data for you for the Iron Bowl.
Sure.
Okay. And then we'll get to some of these.
Can't ever turn away from data.
What's the – all right, Florida, LSU, Georgia.
Yep.
Auburn's 3 losses. Auburn was a combined 12 of 50 on third down in those 3 games. They had 28 penalties for 203 yards, and they turned the ball over 5 times.
And you barely lost.
And they lost by 1 score to 2 of them and 13 points to Florida. But 28 penalties and 12 of 50 on third down. Now, I'm a dumb guy, and so I can say, well, do better on third down and don't commit so many penalties. Now, that's easier said than done.
It is.
But that third down, Mark, that's going to be the key. Can Auburn sustain drives? And that's what they haven't been able to do against LSU and Georgia and Florida.
Well, obviously, that's why you can't score points. If you can't sustain drives, obviously, you're not out there to try to get any rhythm going. And this is a rhythm-based offense, probably more than maybe anybody's in the country. Getting that first down, I don't know how many 3 and outs. I don't know if you did that or not in those games. That would be an interesting stat to look at too, because usually after Auburn gets that first down, they seem to get into some type of a flow. It's the 3 and outs, man, and having to punt back and lose field position. And I watched it up firsthand in Florida. We never could take their crowd out of the game because, again, 3rd and 1 or 2, 4th and 1, go for it, don't get it. Or get held and punt the ball, and they kind of slowly gained field position on us, and you left our defense out on the field way too long. It kind of culminated in being tired at the end of the game and P. Ryan busting that run. That's the things that compile. I'd like to know the 3 and out.
I remember. I don't remember Georgia, but I think we actually did a little better. We moved the ball against Georgia. We just bogged down a lot back, after 4 or 5 plays, or after a first down or 2. But I do remember against Florida and LSU off the top of my head, not counting end of halves, we had 15 possessions. 11 of the 15 were 4 plays or less, both games. So 22 4 plays or less in those two, in just those two.
There's the stat right there.
There's Georgia too. So
that's your stat that probably needs to be focused on. And if Auburn comes out here again, this isn't some type of breaking news to anybody out there. If Auburn can't move the ball, can't stay on the field, and you look, see, Auburn played way behind in the field position game against Georgia. It's just backed up. Then credit their punter, for firing grenades, all night. He did his part. But Auburn, the way you do that, the way you flip field position is you work your way down. You may not score every possession, but you have got to string some first downs together and get the ball off the shadow of your goal line. I mean, and we didn't do it.
This comes from an insider. Brandon Marcello posted this today.
There's that insider.
We're going to run the ball for 150 yards. That's going to happen. If we don't run the ball for over 150 yards, it'll be a catastrophe of a game. It'll get ugly. We should easily be able to rush for that. We should be able to rush for 200 yards.
That sounds like Gus Malzahn. I mean, does it not?
Does
that sound like something he'd stand up at the podium and say?
I don't know who said that.
It sounds like
him.
I
mean, if they really believe we're going to run for 150 yards, then wonderful. Up against the break. We'll be back with more right after this.
You already know the power and reliability of a Mahindra tractor. Get ready to meet their ATV and UTV lines. Haul more and tow more. Do more. Reaching speeds up to 60 miles an hour. Models have a 12-inch ground clearance and the ability to haul up to 1,200 pounds. There's a Mahindra utility vehicle and a model specifically to get the job done. Test drive today at Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. Serving Tallapoosa, Coosa, Clay, and Talladega counties. 256-392-3613.
Harbor Point Ship Store has everything to make your day on the lake more enjoyable. Come on out to the biggest marina on the water. They have pizza, hot dogs, burgers, and more. Get your gas, groceries, snacks, ice, and everything you need for a fun day on the lake. Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned boat? Harbor Point has the best selection around of everyone's favorite Crest pontoons and Four Winds boats. Harbor Point also has a great selection of pre-owned boats. Come on out and take a look at Harbor Point, Marina Point Road in Dadeville. Get to the point.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Expect it or not, the loss of a loved one is difficult. Put your family first by planning ahead. This is Joseph Dean, new owner of Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers. We are a full-service funeral home with an on-site crematory and cemetery. Whether your need is immediate or you would like to plan in advance, our experienced, compassionate staff can assist you in designing an enduring memorial experience, burial, or cremation. Alabama Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers on Highway 280 in Camp Hill or online, alabamafuneralhomes.com.
Tires are important, and when getting a great price on tires, you want to get it right. So make the short drive to Wright's Tire in Sylacauga. Wright's Tire can get you any make or model of tire, and they make the drive worth it with volume pricing. Whether North Tallapoosa, South Talladega, or Coosa County, make the right choice, the right selection, the right service, and the right price. All at Wright's Tire on Fort William Street in Sylacauga. Call for a free quote, 256-245-7778, and get the right price on tires.
Since the dawn of time, mankind has needed tools. But not all tools are created equal. AGF Machine Rental Sales and Service has tools for all commercial construction or big residential projects. AGF Machinery offers the most durable and hardworking brands of ASV, Skyjack, and Wacker Neusen. Aerial lifts, scissor lifts, loaders, excavators, and forest equipment on demand for the best possible price. And backed by the Southeast's best team of professionals. Visit any of our strategic locations across Alabama for all your equipment needs. Or online at agfmachinery.com.
Be the hostess with the mostest this holiday season at Chicken Salad Chick with our easy party catering. Need a quick appetizer? Stop by Chicken Salad Chick and grab a quick chick of any chicken salad flavor or the pimento cheese ball covered with crushed pecans and crispy bacon. Remember, no meal is complete without a sweet treat. For a limited time, our pumpkin cheesecake is back, and it's delicious. Chicken Salad Chick can feed any holiday crowd with our custom-fit catering. 12 flavors of chicken salad, there's sure to be something for every taste bud.
Hi, I'm Kurt Bowman, General Manager of Vaden Toyota. We'd like to announce our new lifetime warranty on any new Toyota.
Hashtag lifetime warranty.
Hashtag we love our customers.
It can be used nationwide at no additional cost.
Hashtag customer service.
So come on by and let us show you
the Vaden way.
Hashtag maintenance matters.
Hashtag totally awesome.
Vaden Toyota of Sylacauga, just a short drive from home or online.
Hashtag your neighborhood dealership.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Brett here with you for about 20 more minutes in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there joining us today. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center with 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply needs, home decor tools, whatever it might be. Hey, Christmas coming up. Guys love tools. Let me just go ahead and tell you. Great place to find those. Russell Building Supply. Go and check them out. Russell Do-It Center. Also, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, for all your mortgage needs, whether you're looking for a reverse mortgage or maybe looking to retire, or it's your first mortgage. All points in between. They can help you there, help you out there at Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. 256-397-0248. That's 256-397-0248. We've been talking about the Iron Bowl. What if Auburn wins? Mike brings up an interesting question. What if Gus Malzahn, or what if Auburn loses? Does Gus Malzahn come back? I believe the answer is yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I do too. And then Mark said something else about our basketball team. He said our basketball team is not perfect, but look at the reload there. When have we seen that from Gus?
I don't know as we have. I mean, 2014, we were pretty good reloading from 2013, but it ended badly. I mean, you know, we started out well. We were a top, what? We were maybe did we go to number 1 in the country? No, I don't think we were in number 2 maybe. Number 2 or number 3.
And talking about in 14?
Yeah. And then fell and lost.
Well, the Mississippi State game, that started the downward spiral.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, we just haven't been able to put it together back-to-back seasons.
Steven said, yeah, I think people have been unfair on Bo Nix. No true freshman QB would be expected to beat 3 top 10 teams, which 2 games were away. So, yeah, a tough schedule. I mean, again, and Bo Nix in that Florida game missed some plays. I mean, I thought Gus Malzahn and the offensive staff called a good game, and unfortunately, Bo didn't play well. And it cost Auburn the football game. So it wasn't all on him, but there's other times, though, he's done enough to win, and the other parts of the offense have failed the team. Yeah, he missed the pass there in the Georgia game that would have been to Harold Joyner. That would have definitely been a first down, and may have been even more than that. But look, hindsight's
worked against Samford.
Of course it did, to perfection. So
yesterday, Gus was asked. We were talking about it, and you brought it up. Can't finish drives in big games. Why is that happening? Gus said it's about execution in the moment. That's kind of what the question that Brandon Marcello asked earlier in the press conference. You've got to execute in the moment. How do you do that? You do it on the practice field and just keep repping and getting more confidence. You get more confidence by reps in practice. That's when you get better, and that's what we've constantly tried to do. A lot of things carry over, even though you may not have called something or only called something once in practice reps. You want to make sure and call the things that your players feel comfortable with. That they've repped in practice time and time again and been successful. So that's part of it. He says, hey, it's about practice, doing it in practice.
Talking about practice, man. Mark said it seems like UAB rebuilds every year. Brent said Gus needed a near-perfect season to quiet the critics. 15 and 18 seasons along with the other bad losses are like falling behind 21-0 and trying to come back in the fourth quarter. To make that kind of comeback, everything has to be perfect. Yeah, and we talked about that, especially in the Georgia game. You put yourself in a position you can't start playing in the fourth quarter. And I know he dwelled on that in the post. Well, how about that fourth quarter? You know, what? Well, how about the other three that we didn't do squat in? So that's one of the things that really upsets Auburn fans. So I probably dropped my mic and lost my audio there. But that's one of the things that upsets Auburn fans is that kind of talk.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Evaluate your season as back as the play caller. Self-evaluate, Gus. Well, we've played good football at times. Like I said, we've come up short. Feel good going into this one. We need to play well on offense. We know that. And really looking forward to getting out there with this bunch.
Feel good about this one.
Feel good about it.
Didn't he say that before Georgia?
I believe he did.
He said before LSU?
I believe he did.
Okay. Just making sure.
He knows, hey, look, we need to play well on offense. We know that. That's what he said. Everybody knows that.
That's a given.
It's a given.
It's not breaking news.
It's not breaking news.
Iron Bowl atmosphere.
Nothing like it. I mean, he's right about that.
Until you get down 21-0 against Georgia, you know, I know it's a different game, but I mean, that's one way you take your crowd out of it.
Yeah.
Just come out there and stink it up for a half. Hopefully that won't happen.
There have been some bad ones that Alabama took Auburn out of it pretty early, 2011.
Well, don't bring that up. I mean, that's 11 and 12 are just. I know 12 was on the road, but I mean 11 at home.
I was thinking though, I mean, what outside of 2001 and 2011, Auburn at Jordan Hare, they've given Alabama fits. I mean, even in 15, that game was a one-score game.
Well, even in 2009.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that was our game until the last drive. So that Auburn has played well.
You mean all those picks that they talking about SEC officiating?
May have been picks. They may have been a rub route here and
Three
there.
or four times
on that drive. But
crazy how Julio was that wide open every time.
It's shocking.
Man, he's just
and Big Pete, the tight end or whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever.
Mark said he's glad Gus feels good. Better than that to feel bad.
I can smell the sarcasm in Mark's comment.
Good news, maybe Mike Horton. He missed the Sanford game. Should be back. He practiced. J.J. Wilson, he's been a nice surprise. We've probably underutilized him.
Of course.
But
from a tight end,
he's got a back issue. Don't know how effective he's going to be in the Iron Bowl. So that could be an issue. Auburn banged up going in the Iron Bowl. What else is new, right?
That, when you play 11 games, that pretty much happens.
That's true.
So
we are up against another break here, but one final segment of the Auburn Blitz is on the way right after these messages.
Find everything you need for the perfect outdoor living space at Russell Do-It Center, like the Fire Rock Outdoor Conventional Fireplace. Smartly designed masonry systems that are easy to install and are less than half the cost of a scratch-built brick and mortar fireplace. Weber Grills, the best outdoor gas, electric, and charcoal grills, which always come pre-assembled. Yeti Coolers, premium coolers and accessories that are the ultimate in design, performance, and durability. Russell Do-It Center, experience and knowledge from the pros.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lex Wedgeworth has been the most trusted pest control for generations, and now with EnviroCare, you can expect the same high standards for all your pest control needs. EnviroCare's exclusive Centricon termite colony elimination system provides the industry standard to protect your home or business. EnviroCare's Centricon system protects your home year-round. Call the professionals at EnviroCare throughout East Central Alabama for a free estimate. Nobody cares like EnviroCare, the next generation of full pest control for your home or business.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Hey Realtors, do you know about LMG Ad Agency? We build your brand and help sell your properties or a unique lifestyle so you can focus on your clients. We focus on professional photos, videos, aerial photography and videography, and commercial real estate. We'd love to tell your story. Contact us today at 256-392-4250 or visit our website at lmgadagency.com.
WOTM, your new home for high school sports in Alabama. The road to Jordan-Hare goes through WOTM this Friday for the Class 6A South semifinal. The Opelika Bulldogs traveling to Spanish Fort to take on the Toros. And stay with WOTM December 4th at 7 p.m. for live coverage of the 7A State Championship game with defending champions Central Phoenix City in a rematch with the Thompson Warriors. WOTM, your exclusive TV home for the AHSAA Super 7.
Mortgage Pro is the new standard for mortgage loans. While other banks are taking 45 to 60 days to close a loan, Mortgage Pro is making it happen in less than 15 days. Your mortgage loan goes from start to finish in less than 15 days. Mortgage Pro is able to make this happen by having the most advanced technology and a highly trained staff with over 98 years combined experience. If you're looking to buy a home or refinance your current mortgage, call Mortgage Pro and let our team go to work for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. On this Wednesday, I want to go ahead and wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Tomorrow, enjoy your family, enjoy the food, and we'll be back with you on
brown food.
We'll be back with you on Friday to preview the Iron Bowl yet again and talk about that game.
About that tomorrow when you eat.
I'm going to stuff my face.
All
that brown food.
All that brown food.
And I hope Luke enjoys his shrimp tomorrow in his solace. But anyway, important to make Alabama one-dimensional. That's kind of the goal. That's been the goal, and Auburn's defense has pretty much done that to everybody they've played. I mean, LSU was pretty balanced. Hilaire got loose late and ran up some yards, but Auburn's defense, if there's one thing I trust, it's them. And so they'll keep Auburn in this game. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's just that Alabama's receivers are so talented. You wonder if maybe they can do enough and hold Auburn's defense. But Mac Jones is kind of the X factor. Nobody knows what to expect from him.
He doesn't know what to expect.
No.
I mean, if he were to be honest about it, I mean, he knows what he's capable of doing, but he hasn't played on the road, quarterbacking, and not just on the road, in this game, in this environment. That's a tough card to be dealt as your first start on the road in SEC is, by the way, you're going to start in the Iron Bowl. No matter how good or bad the team across the way is, that's just a tough assignment. So I do think Nick Saban and Steve Sarkisian will do things to not put him in bad situations early. I mean, he's going to have to make some plays in the game. He can't just throw the ball to the sideline every time and hope, their receivers break a tackle. Now, again, they're very capable of doing that, but you can't do that the whole game. He's going to have to go downfield some. And to do that, even to loosen up maybe what's almost impossible to loosen up, and that's that defensive front for Auburn. You know, Najee Harris is going to have to run the football some for Alabama to be successful. So, as you mentioned, the defense for Auburn has made most everybody one-dimensional, and they'll do the same against Alabama unless Mac Jones is able to make some plays.
Jamie and Sherwood going to miss the first half. I think that's a big deal.
It's depth. I mean, if anything, you know, I disagreed with the call. I mean, not because I'm an Auburn fan. It's just thought they missed the call. Just, you know, you go back and review, and again, you said it early in the show. You go back and review something, and you look at it, and you still uphold that. He didn't hit him in the head.
No.
Well, how do you call it?
And he hit him with his face mask. I mean,
he's not leading with the crown of the headgear. But how do you call that?
I don't know. I mean,
I
think
even the guy on the SEC network that they brought in, the official.
It was Matt Austin.
He said he missed it. He said he missed it.
Yeah, he said that's not. He said, you know,
he said I wasn't targeted.
They don't really call that target, and they come back. Yep, it's targeted. So
he went.
Nobody's on the same page. That's one of the biggest problems. It seems like they need to get everybody need to have a meeting that's going to do these replay booths and say, look, this is what it is, and this is what it isn't. So call it that way every single time. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. On this day, 1982, way back when, Brett and I were just toddlers, Auburn defeated Alabama 23-22 to break the 9-year streak. Our parents, that generation was just, that was the greatest day ever for them.
There's no doubt about it.
Because
that's
they had
like the Berlin Wall falling.
Oh my goodness! I mean, they had endured so much. And the funny thing is, if you go back, they'll show this game every now and then. And you know, I've gone back and watched it several times, quite a few times, and Alabama just dominates it. I think they had over 500 yards of offense. Auburn had about 170. I mean, they completely dominate, but a couple of big turnovers. And Tim Drinkard, I think, had a big fumble recovery or interception return, and you know, it was just a
and then one pretty special guy involved in that too. So in that game, so
so it was a huge Bob Harris, I believe, makes the final interception to seal it for Auburn.
It was still up for grabs right there.
Who sits like a few sections away from me. I see him. He is like, I mean, the guys, you know, he played at Auburn in '82, went on to play in the NFL. He is as jacked. I mean, he looks like Trump in the picture that he posted.
In the meme picture?
Yeah.
Of Rocky?
Yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
No, it's not.
But anyway.
Well, I saw your prediction in the paper, and I know you're not going to be on anymore the rest of the week. So.
Every time somebody asks me, I give a different one.
Well, why do you do that?
I'm trying to cover my
bases. Yeah, you're just trying to.
No, last night I said on Sports Blitz, I said 25-22. That's right.
Yeah, he's the Riddler.
I'm keeping it mixed up.
His guts is rubbed off on him.
I said 25-22 last night. I said 26-21 in the paper.
That's right.
I feel like that's what it's got to be. I feel like it's got to be.
The first thing I did when I read it, I said, well, Andy thinks we're going to have a little offense. Because you're going to have to if you're going to put 26 on the board. So.
Well, I think we get our first defensive score. Maybe, and we miss an extra point, and then we try to go for 2 and don't get it. So that's where the 26 comes from. As far as 21 for Alabama, if we can hold them to 21, we can win the game. I really believe that.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't know, man. I would love to agree with you. I'd love to agree. But I watched Auburn lose to Georgia, a very, very maligned average Georgia offense, put 21 points on the board, and we couldn't top it. Just not ready to take that leap. Maybe by Friday I will be.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be tough. There's no doubt about it.
Thanks, Mike. You guys have a great Thanksgiving, too.
Absolutely.
Everybody out there.
Anything you're most thankful for?
Man, my family.
It's a good one.
You know, that's hard to start anywhere other than that. Hard to start anywhere other than that. So.
That's true. Yeah, thankful for my family as well. Thankful for the job. Thankful for the viewers out there.
Thankful for everybody that,
Absolutely.
Y'all make the show. We don't. Y'all make the show. We have fun with it. We love your comments. We try to read all of them out every single day, and it's what makes it fun.
Absolutely. All you on TV and radio as well. Hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. Some good game. The Egg Bowl will be tomorrow night.
That's right.
Got any thoughts on Ole Miss and Mississippi State?
Ole Miss going to win the game.
Think Ole Miss?
Well, I told you earlier in the week I thought they were going to win it.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Okay. I think Mississippi State's actually favored. I don't really see that. But, yeah, I'm with you. I think Ole Miss rolls in there.
Does Mississippi State stick with their coach?
We'll find out after that game pretty quickly, I would imagine.
That's probably right.
It's going to wrap it up for us. We'll be back with you on Friday. For Brett Pritchard, I'm Andy Graham. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.